Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? This is the main tomb of the King's Avenue. The Mall is just behind us and we're heading in the direction of the actual tomb of the King's archaeological site. And then we're going to do a bit of a wiggle around that roundabout and we're going to head up into the old town and we're going to circumnavigate that because it's a bit busy with traffic. And then we're going to go up towards, shall we say, Masoi. Why are we going there? Because it's time for a coffee at the Coffee Me coffee shop between Anavargus and Masoi. That's where we're going and that's where we're going to upload this video from. So this video is literally almost live. It is now 3 o'clock Simon time? No, that's Baron von Simon and Baron Jeremy. I've got them on the brain because of course they're coming to Paphos very, very soon. Those couple of pains, those couple of naughty boys. Anyway, that's where we're going. So literally this video is being filmed in real time, shall we say. You're seeing Paphos as it was 3 hours ago. And I'll tell you what, it's amazing, isn't it? Look at the skies. The sky is blue, the sea. Oh yeah, that's blue. Mr. Paul, you've guessed it. He's dressed head to toe in blue. So that must mean one thing. All that's missing is you. So why not get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Big shout out to some of the guys that like to tune in now and again. Perhaps if your name is Baroness Crackpot. Yes, Baroness Lillian. And of course the man of her dreams, Baron Frank, who likes a Jaguar or two, although now he monkeys around with Mercedes. But luckily for him, I like Mercedes an awful lot as well. And so do a lot of people, which is good for Mercedes, isn't it? Not that there's a Mercedes around us at the moment. Although there's actually one next door to us. It's a big, big van, VIP travel, yes. So, big shout out to Baroness Lillian and of course Baron Frank. Who else can we say a big, big hello to? I think there's a man in downtown Portsmouth whizzing around in an ambulance or two. Big shout out to Sir Daniel and of course his girl, who's always right, Lady Sherry Wright. Hopefully the weather in the UK is not treating you too badly and hopefully you've still got fond memories of your little visit to downtown Cato Paphos. So if you take a left at this roundabout, you would go straight into the Tomb of the King's archaeological site. We're going to take a right and we're going to work our way into the lower car park area of the old town. Now, word of warning, if you do park a car in and around Paphos at the moment, you've got to download the Smart app, unless you're lucky enough to find somewhere that hasn't got a sign up saying you've got to pay for parking. And there's not many of those places left, or if there is, they're a long way away from where you want to go. So you've got to download the Smart parking app of Paphos. And so I'm told, on a foreign mobile phone, sometimes it doesn't function quite correctly. So download it and check that it works before you get to the place. And then, of course, you have to pay €1 or €2. Not like in the UK or in Germany or France. It's quite reasonably priced. But of course, the problem is you've got to be able to do it, haven't you? So make sure it works before you go and park up your car. Otherwise, you've got to bugger off. Or you could chance it, but the Gumbaros in blue, that's the boys and girls on the motorcycles that you see racing around. They are looking for you. So if I was you, I wouldn't risk it. If you do, you're going to come back to a ticket on your car, and that ticket is €25, and you're going to have to go on the internet, and you're going to have to sort it all out. Those kind of things. Anyway, there's a little bit of information for you today. Don't forget, if you like what you see, hit the like, smash that subscribe. Doesn't cost you a single penny, but if you do fancy going on the internet, well, you can gift us a couple of bob via YouTube in the comments section. There's a heart-shaped little button. It's called Super Thanks, so you can thank us for as little as $1.99, or you can go on to the Buy Me a Coffee platform, Google all these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, and that's how you gift us that virtual coffee as a thank you, as a gesture of goodwill. You can also join us as a superstar member, like 1 or 2 people have done, and of course get yourself a special title, get yourself closer to Marika and me, and access some of the privileges that are coming online from time to time. And of course you'll be entitled to a 10% discount at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar, which is opening up on the 15th of March 2025. Don't forget to put that date in your diary. And of course, we'd like to say a big, big thank you to a few of the guys who are flying in. Yeah, thank you very, very much indeed. Let's let this lady go because it is a zebra crossing, and we got a sort of a thank you. So there we are. They've been shopping in the old town. And this is the old town, by the way. But again, word of warning, if you want to go shopping in the old town, to be honest, you should come up here at about 9:30 and then go and get something to eat for lunch at about 1 o'clock and then go back to wherever you came from, because there's not that much open in the old town after lunch, except for bars, coffee shops and restaurants. I mean, some shops are open, don't get me wrong, but not that many. We live on the island of love. Just like you guys, we want to go and enjoy it and perhaps go for a stroll on the coastal pathway, perhaps go and lie by a swimming pool, or just go and sit in a coffee shop and drink a hot latte like me, or perhaps a cold frappe if you are from the local Cypriot population. You see, they like things chilly. Yes, they do. Hopefully not as chilly as it is in the country where you're watching from. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. No, I don't. Hopefully you're not freezing to death. Hopefully you haven't got woolly socks on, because I haven't, and I'm still wandering around in a t-shirt, and I've still got the air conditioning on in the car set to 16 degrees because it's a little bit chilly outside. Do you want to know what temperature it is? 27 degrees. Yep, you heard me correctly. 27 degrees in downtown central Paphos. We're going to take a right and we're going to head into, well, we're skirting around the outskirts of the old town, because as you can see, there's quite a lot of traffic, shall we say, mounting up now. People are whizzing to and from, well, picking kids up from schools, taking them to after school, and of course, unfortunately for some people, they're going back to work. Luckily for Mr. Paul, he's only going for a coffee. So if you are driving around, drive carefully, drive sensibly, obey the speed limits, and you won't come into the eye of those boys and those girls in blue, because they are waiting for you. So take speeding very seriously. They do, so you should, and stick to the speed limits. Predominantly in and around Paphos, it is 50 kilometers an hour. In English money, that's 30 miles an hour. You're used to traveling at 30 miles an hour, so travel at 30 miles an hour. And if you're from Wales, perhaps if your name is Lady Whitney, and of course our Sir Jace, Lord of the Jace actually, now of course you can travel at 30 miles an hour. Before, you were traveling around at 20 miles an hour, weren't you? See? Now you're speeding. Isn't that wonderful? You see, the Welsh Government have finally seen some common sense. Doesn't happen often with the government, does it? Anyway, rant over. Lord Andy and Lady Ness in downtown Shropshire. Hopefully you guys are keeping well, and we thank you for your help and contributions to the little channel known as Marika and me. If you want to buy a Honda, well, on the left hand side is the main dealer. Pop in and say Yasu Gumbaru to Marios. He's the owner, he's the son of the man who owns it obviously, and mention the words Mr. Paul, and you never know, he might just put the price up especially for you, and of course then I could get a little bit of commission on the side. That's how it works, isn't it? Yeah, simple. There we go. Pretty quiet in this part of town, you see, because everyone has gone to where they want to go. And we're going to work our way up to the top of Masoi, where there's another car dealer. I might just pop in and see him at Trimark Motors, because they've agreed to buy a part exchange off me, and I'm luckily going to make just a couple of bob. And that's how it works. Got to keep us all afloat and oiled and greased, haven't we? What's this here now? Gridlock traffic. My God, what's going on? Is Andrea not putting the traffic lights on to green? Perhaps she's having a snooze, because of course she's probably just got home from work and now she's waiting for the man of her dreams. Perhaps not her dreams, but her man. And of course that is Sir Matt. No, Mart. I know his name's Mart. Martin, big shout out to you. Please don't fall off the sofa, and please go and check the MPG on your brand new Ford Puma. And once you've saved enough money, hopefully you will buy a brick in the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. Well, two actually. One can say Sir Mart and one can say Lady Andrea. That's how it works. Simple as that. Isn't that a nice BMW in blue? I like that. For those of you curious about the Jaguar, perhaps Lord Lee and Lady Vicky, it's in the workshop as we speak, and we've taken it all apart again, and well, we're tampering with it, and hopefully in the next few days it'll be back on the road. But yes, I will take you up on your offer. When you fly in for your weekend, we'll take you to the workshop. Not Lady Vicky, she can go down by the beach, but our man Lord Lee, and you can have a look at it and make sure that it is good, because you're the man that told me to buy it. So it's your responsibility to make sure that it doesn't break down. Otherwise, you are going to have to buy it. Only joking. I do love that car, by the way. It's just that I don't get to drive it very often, and it's costing me a fortune. But that's life. There you go. That's cars, isn't it? That's cars. And if you want to see more fun and games about cars, why not go and hunt me down on YouTube by Googling these magic words, cars and me. Up I will come, well, losing money, now and again making money, and talking to you about cars. And if you want more from Marika, why not go and hunt her on YouTube, Marika and You, and she'll show you some of her clothes. She'll introduce you to our new cat, that's TC, and of course take you on some of her little adventures as she talks about life and all those kind of things. And if you fancy a little bit of liddying, there you go. There's a little supermarket in uptown Paphos, and we have 3 branches now. That one on the Tomb of the Kings Road, and one at the Neon Mall of Paphos. So if you like to go to Lidl when you're in Paphos, that's where you can go. 3 choices, and they're all packed to the rafters, so it doesn't matter which one you go to, you're going to be frustrated when you get to the checkout. But they do have nice croissants, don't they? They do indeed. Oh, and nice yogurts. So that's what Lidl's all about, isn't it? This is the main crossroads at the top of the Masui Road, shall we say. As we get through them, and you've got to be careful because these are traffic enforced. In other words, there's cameras that take pictures of us if we speed or if we go through on red. Terrible ideas, but it's called modern technology, isn't it? No, it's not. It's called making money. Rant over again. Lord Andy and Lady Ness. There we go. Let's keep going. Ambigate Insurance, perhaps if you want some expatriate insurance, whether it be for your car, your boat, your house, your golf clubs, they do it all. And of course they communicate through the medium of English, although they can speak Greeklish and German and Russian as well. But it's an English run insurance agency, and a lot of my customers either go to them or Top Quotes, which is in Clorica. Again, you can find them on the internet. If you want a good quote, either Ambigate Insurance or Top Quotes Insurance. And I'm not in their pay, by the way, but I always get my insurance from those two. Some cars are with them and some cars are with them, and house insurance and all that kind of stuff. And they do a good price and they are easy to communicate. Perhaps I should go and see if I can get a kickback from them. Not a bad idea, is it? You never know. They'll probably tell me to off, but there you go. That's life. You want to buy a Renault? Yeah, perhaps you want some medication, but there is the main Renault dealer, and they also sell Dacias as well. Now, Dacias are not bad cars at good prices. Renaults are not bad cars, but the prices are too high, so that makes them bad cars. Not trying to insult anybody, and please don't unsubscribe. If you've got a Renault, cheers to you. I'll have a slurp on my hot latte. Now, this is Masui Avenue. So, you may have gathered there's 1 or 2 car dealers like Pan Motors there. Perhaps if your name is Lord Ronaldo and Lady Sylvie, that's where you popped in to buy your rather nice black Mercedes, and it is a beauty, by the way. Not quite as beautiful as Lady Sylvie, but it is a beautiful car, and she does like it as well. And she likes being chauffeured around by that Lord known as Lord Ronaldo. And we're looking forward to seeing you again before you go home. And of course, we had great fun with you the other night in the King's Restaurant. Now, if you want a Bentley or a Ferrari or something very exotic, you could go to Onyx, yeah, or an Audi or a Volkswagen, some German sensible motoring on your right hand side. But again, like I was saying, in this area there's cars for sale galore, and you want to buy that big item for your house like furniture, air conditioning, fridges, washing machines, you're going to find them on the Masui Avenue. And there's Drusios's car accessory on the right. You've got problems with your stereo, you want parking sensors, you want new number plates, you want to buy an accessory for your car, that's where you go. And it's the one shop for everything rather than hunting around, and at reasonable prices. You get a bit of a grunt, but they do speak pretty good English, shall we say. And if you've got a cat or a dog like we have, there's Dig and End Vet, and they're probably the most easiest to deal with vet in downtown Paphos. And they are reasonable on their prices. They don't pull your pants down too much. Well, they probably do, but there you go. Hyper Gym, if you want to get yourself fit, simple as that. This is that roundabout I was talking about. We're going to take a right, and we're going to drop down to the Cafe Me, because that's where I like to go. In the mornings I go to Atlas Coffee, as many of you know, which is just up yonder on the left, and one of these days, you never know, I might get to meet my old mate. Yes, Sir Phil, what are you up to? I haven't seen you for months. Come on, come and see us, because we need money for the Marika Me Lounge bar. Perhaps that's why he's keeping a low profile. Anyway, we're going to take a right and we're going to drop down past Trimark Motors. I'm going to get a coffee, and then I'm going to come and sell them my part exchange that I've taken in. Good car dealer, by the way, with a good reputation. They sell Mazda brand new, they sell Citroens and Peugeots, not many of them obviously, but they do sell them brand new, and they do sell good quality second-hand cars, and that's one of the car dealers that I work with. So if you are looking for a car, well, drop in the comments, and of course I'll find that car for you at a reasonable price with a good warranty, and you'll be driving around the island of love very happily indeed. Now look at that for a view over the rooftops, over the treetops. That is the blue Mediterranean Sea. I'm going to take a left. This is Cafe Me, and I'm going to park up and say that big thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness. Thanks for watching, and of course I'll look forward to your company again very soon indeed.